Okay, hi, I'm Joshua Chapman, and this is my physics project to tell you about earthquakes. And yeah, so let's go. Um, One of the cool things that me and my partners, Brandon Hayes and Hafiz Oladipo, who could not be here, sadly, we did all the research and we just couldn't find a time that worked out best for us. But one of the things that we found out that I think is pretty cool was about exactly how exactly earthquakes are measured, and they're measured with what's called the Richter scale. Now everybody's heard about this, but not everyone fully understands what it is. The Richter scale was created as a way to compare the size of an earthquake. And it was developed by Charles F. Richter in 1935. And so the numbers in the Richter scale, each whole number represents an increase in the magnitude. Each whole number in the magnitude represents a tenfold in measured amplitude, which is huge. And each whole number also represents a release in about 31 times more energy than would a previous number. So, for example, a 6.2 earthquake has about 31 times more energy than a 5.2, which is astronomical. I mean, that is huge. Another thing that we learned was that earthquakes happen because when two of the Earth's plates, see, naturally they're kind of just grinding together. Well, when the two are grinding together and they slip, that creates huge deconstructive waves, and those wave amplitudes and the waves they carry out and and they have enormous amount of damage, and they cause a lot of destruction. Usually, we read that, where we found out that somewhere between you start feeling earthquake somewhere around a 4.0. You'll feel like a little bit of a tremble. A 6.0 is like you definitely know it's an earthquake, and then like an 8 or a 9 is like that's a major earthquake. So yeah, when the pressure of the two plates grinding together builds up, they will eventually just slip past each other, and that slip causes vibrations, and again, for those waves, deconstructed waves, to be released. It's abrupt, and the vibrations are usually obviously felt. They're actually they're not deconstructive. They're actually seismic waves, which radiate in all directions, and that's actually how one of the ways that tsunamis are created, because when the waves radiate, they can go towards bodies of water, and if it's a large enough body of water, it could cause the water to start shaking and stuff, and eventually the water will be pulled back and then re-released as a huge wave, which can lead to even more destruction. We found out that earthquakes happen frequently in Chile, the South American country, China, Japan, and Portugal, which is pretty interesting. And as well, in one of the most famous places in the United States is in the San Andreas Fault, which is in California, and scientists have concluded that due to it, it will, LA and San Francisco will actually be adjacent to each other. So those are some of the things that we learned, and yes, that's about it. Hope we get an A.